It's a time we all enjoy. Friends and family gather around the table to talk and eat our favorite foods. Have you ever wondered how you can give your family the foods they love to eat, but with healthier ingredients and still won't break the budget? Seems like a bit of a challenge, doesn't it? Well, not anymore. We've talked to chefs who know us and the foods we like to get their take on great recipes that are healthier and won't cost us a lot of extra money, with stuff we can buy at our local markets and make right at home. Watch as we show you how to make a great recipe for Agutuk, a traditional native dish.
Our ancestors lived in balance and harmony with the world around them. The food they ate reflected that balance. Agutuk is a traditional native dish that uses reindeer fat, seal oil, berries, and snow. Today, native people do not have access to the same foods that their ancestors did. For instance, modern chefs substitute shortening and sugar for the harder-to-find ingredients.
Hi, I'm Bertina, and today I'm going to show you how to cook Agutuk the way that you'd be able to today with the ingredients that you have in a way that's healthier and a little bit more inexpensive and easier to find for your family. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of sugar, which you've seen me pour out here. We're just going to pour it into our empty mixing bowl right here. Dump that in, and you can put this off to the side. We're going to need a full cup of plain yogurt. Now you can buy low-fat yogurt, but non-fat yogurt would work equally as well. And we have a different measuring cup that we're going to use for that today. So you're just going to scoop it out. It's a little bit different consistency than you might be used to because it's non-fat, but that's okay. So you're just going to fill 1 full measuring cup with the yogurt. And we'll just scoop it in. Check and make sure, almost there. And once we're done with this, we're just going to dump it into that mixing bowl with the sugar. We'll get to the mixing part actually in just a little bit. But to see if it's the right amount, you can just kind of hit it with your hand like this, put it down, make sure it's 1 full cup, and then we're going to dump that in. And you might have to use your spoon just to scoop it all out because sometimes the yogurt gets stuck inside the measuring cup there. So just like that, scoop it out. If you don't get every last drop, it's okay. We're going to use 1 full cup of berries. Now, we used frozen berries today because they're always fresh and they're more inexpensive than some of the more in-season berries that you might have. Plus, you get your pick of whatever berries you want. We picked mixed berries today. So we're just going to use 1 full cup, and that's good. If there's a little bit extra, that's okay too. Dump that in. So right now, in your measuring bowl, you'll have just berries, yogurt, and sugar. And we're going to take a mixing spoon and just mix that all together. Now, traditionally, this recipe called for snow, but I know here in Washington, D.C., we don't always have snow, and you might not either where you're from. So what we did was took some ice cubes earlier and just crushed them up in a bag. And I have the bag ready in the freezer right now, like this. Just crushed up ice, no big deal, nothing special. I'm just going to dump that right in and mix it together. Now, this is usually served very, very cold, so you might want to keep it in the freezer, but then let it thaw a little bit before serving it. If you have guests, this is a great dessert item you might have, but since it's yogurt-based, you can also eat it for breakfast. So we're just going to mix that up. You might want to pour it into the blender, and we are going to blend this up actually right now just so that it, is very smooth, a nice texture, and we will get back to you in a moment with that. Hi, welcome back. This is Birdie again. So we have our blended Agutuk right here. You can kind of see what it looks like. It's a little bit like a sorbet in consistency, or like a creamier, smoother ice cream. So right after it comes out, you'll be able to just pour it like this. And this is a great dessert, but as I said, you could also have it for breakfast. So you'll just want to portion this out for your family, or if you have friends over. This is great for summer because it's really nice and cool. If you wanted to freeze it afterwards, you could just keep it in a big Ziploc bag, squeeze the air out of it, and just put it in the freezer so it gets real cold, and then it'll harden up a little bit so you can serve it later. Now, one thing that you might want to do if you're serving this as a meal is add something to it to make it a little bit more like a breakfast that you could actually have in the morning. So I'm going to put some banana on top just because we have another inexpensive fruit you could get in part of your breakfast. They're usually available at grocery stores. And just go ahead and cut a little bit on top of the Agutuk like that. We have some breakfast cereal here too. This is grape nuts, which I like because it's really low fat and has a lot of fiber in it, and it's also pretty inexpensive. Small boxes like this. You don't need very much. You're just going to want to go ahead, sprinkle some on top like that, and then you can serve it to all your family and friends. So this is Agutuk. Have fun making it at home.
For more tasty and nutritious recipes, join us for a free cooking event on Saturday, November 7th. Chef Bertina Cadman will be sharing her food and taking your questions on healthy eating from 1 to 5 p.m. at Central High School. Bring your family and friends and join in on the fun.